Hello everyone, Tom's back again. Just thought we might have a little bit of fun today, so I've gone through my collection and I've pulled out a few bits and pieces I think are quite fun. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it today. It's not so serious, but I've got quite a few little pieces that give me a bit of a laugh. And I've got a couple of little quizzes I'm going to put in today's issue, today's video. So let's see how we go. Enjoy it. And we'll start off with a little quiz. So I'm going to do two quizzes in here. They're parlour games for when people didn't have like TV or mobile phones and that sort of stuff, when families used to get together. So they're both similar in the type of game. But the first one I'll just start off with. I'll give you the questions, you can have a look at them. You can stop the video and just go through it and then try and answer them on a bit of paper. And then later on in the video, I'll give you the answers to that one. And then a little bit further on in the video, I'll give you the second little quiz. And at the end of the video, I'll put the answers to that one as well. And you can just have some fun. Okay, so here's parlour game number one. And so what's in here is 10 little questions that you have to read, and then each answer will be a word that's associated with tennis. So I'll let you look at that. You can stop the video, like I said, and have a look at it, and partway through I'll put the little answers and then you can see how well you did. Okay, so here's the first little piece of trivia. Here we have a shopping bag. So this is from the Royal Sporting House in Singapore. It's advertising a Lacoste shirt, and on the other side is John McEnroe. Just quite a nice graphic of him. So the Royal Sporting House in Singapore was established in the Lucky Plaza Shopping Centre, which is got written down here, Lucky Plaza Shopping Centre. And that was in 1979. And obviously that advertising Lacoste shirts when you purchase something from the store, just like you do nowadays when you have a shopping bag and you carrying it around. Everyone says, oh, he's been at TK Maxx or whatever he's been at, and people like go and have a look. So if you're feeling a bit peckish, we have some Pringles sour cream and onion crisps for you. So here we have the tin, and here it says these are not tennis balls. So these are actual crisps, unopened, but I think they're actually perhaps a lot broken. So these were these have got not tennis balls because the tin looks like a tennis ball tin, and people were obviously getting confused, thinking, oh, the tin of tennis balls, we need them, but they're not. They were actually for sale at Wimbledon in 2009. They would cost £1, and at the Wimbledon queue, these were handed out to the people in the Wimbledon queue at the time by two lookalikes who were hired by Pringles. One was a lookalike of Bjorn Borg, and the other one was a lookalike of Federer, Roger Federer. So they walked up and down the queue and handing out these balls, handing out these crisps, and made quite good marketing. And still on the fast food subject, if you go to Macca's and you like to have some chicken McNuggets, you might want to see if they've got any of these. This is a Pop Doll Chicken McNugget from McDonald's. It's number 114, and it was a series of 6 figures in this box. These are the other ones, which there was 2 rock stars, a cowboy, a fireman, and a birdie. And so I've got this one from my collection, Tennis McNugget. He's quite cute, so number 114. Again, I'm not sure if you might have them overseas, but in Australia there's a company called Grilled. And in 2024, Australia's Ash Barty did teamed up with them to produce Barty burgers. And so this is the Barty burger pack. So you would have had chips and a burger in here. Little ash pack. And you also had the Barty burger. And these were just for back in January of 2024. And they were to raise money for Ash's Ash Barty Foundation, which helped with community services, community-based programs. And the burger was a beef patty. It was cheese, bacon, avocado, and Vegemite mayonnaise. Also, if you're into Vegemite, which is the Australian spread, you might like a pair of Dunlop Volley Vegemite themed tennis shoes. These ones have a dampener technology shock absorbing foot bed inside them. So these are pretty new. As you can see, there's not much wear on these at all. And got the Vegemite. See, the Vegemite logo, as you can see here as well, with the thingy on here, and also on the back it's got Vegemite. So these are quite fun. Quite like these. Staying on the subject of feet, I have one shoe here. Generally there would be a set of 4 of these shoes because they belong to a horse. So this is a protective shoe for a horse, because at Wimbledon horses would drag the heavy metal rollers across the grass when it had been cut, and in order for the grass not to get chopped up when the horses were on it with their hooves, sorry, just tried to run away there, they were wearing these. So this is actually a horseshoe from, a shoe for a horse that was pulling the lawnmowers on Wimbledon. Rather quite heavy little thing, but it would have to be. Also on the subject of shoes, women in the 1920s might remember these. These are actually shoe fasteners. So these were used to button straps on shoes in the 1920s. This one's from sort of 1925. And as you can see, the little shoe strap here. And so this is the metal button. And that's how women kept their shoes fastened in the 1920s from the styles of shoes that were there. These ones have got little tennis rackets on them. So if you're a fan of tennis, perhaps you would like a fan. So this is a fan of tennis. This is from Adidas. And it was Feet You Wear is the latest concept in performance shoes from Adidas. So this was advertising a new product that Adidas had brought out at the time. And it's quite a good little fan. Still works. which is quite good after all these years. For the gentlemen of the tennis courts, if you're going out for the evening, perhaps you might want to make sure you're suitably perfumed up. And what's the best way to have a nice scent than by having one made by Avon products. So this one is rather a nice one. So the handle is the bottle. That one smells like a little bit like talcum powder. It's quite a nice smell. Whether it's meant to smell like that when it was originally made, I don't know, but it has quite a bit left in it. I haven't tried it myself, and it's quite nice. As I say, it smells a little bit like talcum powder, but it's quite nice. If you didn't like that one, you could always have an aftershave, and so we have a Avon aftershave. This is called Wind Jammer, and Avon's Mixed Doubles Wind Jammer aftershave. So this one is still quite nice as well. So this is the lid, this one here, unscrew that, and then it just sits on the dressing table, and you just throw it on as you're heading out for your date. And after you've been out for the night, you might want to get your girlfriend some chocolates. And here we have chocolates from 2004, still unopened. So I'm not sure if they'll be yummy still. But we have here a Wimbledon milk chocolate or a Wimbledon dark chocolate. So these have got nice little tennis scenes on the bottom, as you can see here. And these were from 2004. The used by date was February 2004 on this one and January 2004 on the other. So still unopened, but not getting to try them, I don't think. Maybe we'll buy the lady another gift instead of giving her these. Okay, so the answers to quiz number 1. I'll put the little photo of the answers up there, and then you can stop the video, have a look at it, and mark yourself, or get someone else to mark you, and see how you did. So here is number 2 competition. I would have given you the answers to the first one partway through this video earlier on, and so this is number 2 if you want to try this one. This has another 10, there might be more than 10 questions. There's more than 10 questions on this one. There's 15 on this one, but it's the same sort of answer. It's a tennis themed answer. So see how you go with that one, and then I'll put the answers at the end of the video, and you can see what your score was. See how you did. Also, when you're on the date, you might have taken some photographs. So I've got some cameras here that you might want to borrow. I've got this one here from Tennis Australia. These are green and gold colours, Australian colours of course, as a flash, so you can take pictures at night time. And if you don't want to do that one, I've also got another little camera here. This one's got Mark Philippoussis on it. And this one's from 2005. They were sold at the Australian Open, and they were produced by American Express, which is My Card American Express. Not My Card, but that's what it says on it, My Card. So if you didn't like Mark Philippoussis, you could have Andy Roddick, if you prefer him. And if you didn't like Andy Roddick, you could have Andre Agassi, without his wig, of course. So these were American Express had them at their stand, and that was to do some souvenir photos at the Australian Open 2005. Another thing you might have done is maybe go to the movies. But why would you need to go to the movies when you've got your own projectors at home and you can watch this great tennis movie called Tennis Chumps? This is from 1973. It's got Tom and Jerry, the cartoon Cat and Mouse, which is the one of the cartoons I grew up with, Tom and Jerry, amongst others, Huckleberry Hound and so on and so on. And it's in colour. It's got a standard 8 sound, so it's a sound movie as well. And it's the finals of championships, and Tom and Jerry are in the final playing against each other. The cat has got friends, but they're not cheering him on. They're making fun of him, of course, presumably because he's losing. I don't have a projector to watch it, but I think I googled it online one day. Yes, I think I googled it online when I got this. I got this some years ago, so but it was quite fun. And if you ever remember the Viewmasters, the little clickety things where you had a dial, photo dial, and had scenes of overseas and all that sort of stuff, I came across this one, which is a Viewmaster reel. And so this is the disc, and it would slot into the Viewmaster, and you'd click through the pictures, so it was 3D. This one is tennis. They're all tennis related. So there's how to stand on the court, how to do a serve. What else was in there? Serving, how to serve, footwork, and standing on the court. This has got stamped out of print, so this obviously is not produced anymore. But it's the only tennis one I've come across. I haven't found another tennis Viewmaster reel, so quite happy to have that, but I'd like to try and get some more. Tennis books are also very interesting, especially biographies. So I have a short biography book here that I'd like to look at. This is on Serena Williams. It's from 2025. Whether you'll be able to get this overseas, I'm not sure. But it is this one. It's a little golden book of Serena Williams. And so this basically tells you her where she studied. This is her parents in the bedroom. And this is her dad. So quite a fun little book. And that's, as I say, it's produced by Golden Books, so littlegoldenbooks.com. And this one is on Serena Williams. And if you're not into Serena, you might want to read about Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley, or Rafa Nadal, or Billie Jean King. So there is a company called littlepeoplebigdreams.com, and they've produced quite a few books. And so we have this one here. Again, it's like a miniature autobiography for kiddies to read. So this one is Yvonne Goolagong, and it has pictures, again, kiddie type pictures inside it. And then there's one here on Rafa Nadal. Quite a cute little drawing of Rafa. Again, it's got pictures of him and his Uncle Tony practicing on the tennis court. So that's him and his Uncle Tony. Well, we've got this one with the a woman with extremely large glasses, which I find is quite funny. This one here is Billie Jean King. Again, it's got pictures, drawings of pictures. See, there's a nice picture of Billie with her large glasses. Quite funny. But little kiddies books in the hope that they'll maybe take up tennis, or if as a young kid you liked Billie Jean or Yvonne Gould, then you might buy that as a present for them. So, but quite fun. So there are 72 so far in the series. There's a few more sports people, but a lot of interesting people like Marie Curie and people like that. Celebrities and such like. So it's worth going to littlepeoplebigdreams.com and having a look at them. So these ones were from 2020. So if you're feeling a bit peckish, let's have a snack. How about a pancake? I've got the perfect thing for you here to have a pancake, and it's this little grill pan. As you can see, it's rather a small pan, but it opens up. And so you sit this on the hot plate or whatever, possibly inside a pan that's nice and hot. Put the mixture in the little racket-shaped things. Can either close it over and have one big racket thing, or you can have two little thin pancakes, all with racket designs on them. It's rather a nice little thing. This is metal, so it'll get quite hot, obviously, when you're cooking. But nice little snack for the kiddies. And I have a little novelty tennis racket. It's a Wimbledon tennis racket. As you can see, it's rather small as well. And it's not for a doll. You might think it might be for a doll, but it's actually not for a doll. You might want to carry this yourself because it is a little pen. Just slides in there. So it's a handy little pen that you can carry around in your purse or handbag and take some notes. Cute little thing, like it. And here, if you're at the tennis and you think, oh, I need to clip my nails, then you might carry a little nail clipper around with you, this nice little size nail clipper. It's probably not a good idea to use it at the tennis, and make sure you don't get the nail clippings popping into the people's drinks next to you. But as you can see, this one is a little tennis racket one. So the little tennis racket flips around and clips like so, and then you have the clickety like that. So that's rather cute. Tiny little size, not even the size of my finger, not even the size of my pinky. And we have this, which is a handmade tin metal scoring apparatus. Again, it's I think this would just have been local club use. So this one here, not sure if you can see, that's better. You can see the numbers. So you just dial the little arrows depending on what the sets are, what the score is, 15-30, 30-40. But it's just made by hand, so it's just made, or maybe a school kid made this, who knows. But it's quite unusual. I don't think you'll see another one of these. Certainly I haven't seen one. So it's all pressed out in tin. It's got the numbers 1 to 6, obviously, and then it's got deuce in and out. So you just turn it if it's deuce, you turn it if it's in or if it's out. So it's quite an unusual little thing, nicely made. If you're a sewing enthusiast, again, I've never seen another one of these, but there's probably more of them out there. So I've got a little thimble. This one is Wimbledon, the iconic ivy-covered building at Wimbledon. This is bone china. It's made by North Lodge of England. And on the other side, it's got the championships at Wimbledon and the iconic cross racket design. So that's rather nice. Oops, getting blurred. It's rather a nice little piece. And again, I've not seen another tennis one in my travels anywhere. I keep looking every time I see a sewing implements stall. Have a quick look, see if I can find any more tennis related ones, but not so far. Okay, so hopefully you did quite well at the first quiz. So I'll put up the graphic of the answers to the second quiz. See how you go on that one. And I hope you had fun. And last but not least, how about this for an outfit? We got on television wearing this, and it was to support Miloslav Michir in the final of the Australian Open. So this was Michir the cat. And my niece and I walked down Batman Avenue, that's the promenade along the Yarra River in Melbourne. And we sat in the stands and we wore this outfit cheering on for Miloslav. Good fun. Okay, thank you for watching my video of little oddities in tennis. I hope you got some fun out of it and it was a bit more interesting for you. And hope you did really well on the quiz. There's one of them I thought was a bit weird of an answer, but which was the first question of the second quiz. But, you know, it sounds right, but it doesn't actually mean the right answer. But anyway, yes, thank you for joining me again. Hope everyone keeps well, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.